Guys, I hate this Pokemon game. This Pokemon game is the most tilting thing ever. It makes me feel like I'm dumb. And I don't like feeling dumb. I like being smart. Smart good. Dumb bad. But this game makes me feel dumb. Man, I don't get this game. This is a game for children. Literal 12-year-olds, and I'm getting my ass beat, and I'm not used to it. I'm supposed to be like the smart strategy guy, but I'm getting on this Pokemon game every day, and then I'm just losing, and I don't understand. Nothing makes sense about this game. How do you actually get better? I don't get it. Like, I'm trying to play Pokemon, funny little cat, funny Charizard, Lizard, Pikachu, electric rat. And I just can't win. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because it feels like I'm playing rock, paper, scissors. But it's not just rock, paper, scissors. It's not just rock, paper, scissors. There's more than that. But how do I win? It's like asking me to win rock, paper, scissors. I'm crashing out. If you guys can't tell, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. It's okay. Calm down, Toast. Calm down. You're okay. What I need is just a generic team. I need to stop playing these fancy... You know what I need? I need Wolf Glick Scovillain #1 ranked world team. If I have Wolf Glick's #1 ranked world team, I can win. That's probably it. I just need Wolf Glick's team. Wolf Glick. Did he post his #1 Scovillain team yet? Yo, someone give me the code. Someone give me the code for this. I don't think he's posted it publicly yet, has he? Please. Please, Wolf Glick, I need you. Ah, jeez, okay. Does anyone have a code that I can copy and paste? Anybody? I just want to copy and paste someone else's team, so I don't have to build my own team. Let's see. They should make a website where you can see everyone's team, and then have. Maybe I should start that website. A website that has every single big strong decks. Big strong decks. Like you know how there's stats for TFT? If there was one for Pokemon, banger. Because I think Pokemon's getting more and more popular these days. So someone should make a website for Pokemon Champions. But the problem is you can't get stats from the Nintendo Switch. So how do you collect stats? You can't, right? Pikalytics? Oh, Pikalytics is just champion, right? It's just tournaments. I want like just ranked ladder stats. I know that's impossible to get because Nintendo does not make any information public. But imagine if it was possible to collect just ranked solo queue stats. Ooh, that would be OP. All I know is Wolf-Glick used Scovillain, so I'm gonna use Scovillain. Just like how Wolf-Glick popularized Perish Song, I'm gonna play Perish Song, even though I know nothing about Perish Song. But Wolf-Glick did it, so I'm gonna copy him. Scovillain. Let me pull up Twitter here. Scovillain. I need 1900s. 1900 high. No, 1900. I need someone with 2000. It's not the deck. It's the pilot. Let's be honest. I'm on this cope train that said, oh, it's my deck. My deck is bad. My deck is horrible. But it's not a deck problem, guys. It's not. It's me. It's me. It's me. Okay. Garchomp, Scovillain, King Gambit for what? Is it me or do I feel like do you guys feel like you see the same 5 Pokemons? Basket Legion, King Gambit, Garchomp, Sneasler, Incineroar. Oh no, Garchomp, Incineroar. Garchomp, Sneasler, Incineroar. It's the same one over and over again. Okay, let's see. What did this guy do? He, instead of running the Sneasler, he runs the villain who's chillin'. $32. Oh, do you want him more defense oriented or more SPDEF oriented? Why is there one special attack? Okay, what does he like? Rage Powder. Protect. Flamethrower. Leech Seed. Overheat or Leech Seed? Probably Overheat, no? 90, 130. So this will do. Or is it Flamethrower? Maybe it's Flamethrower. I don't know. What else can he learn? Giga Drain. Leech Seed. Leech Seed. Okay. $2,000? Alright, let's use the ticket here. Alright, we got Floette, we got Aerodactyl, we got Garchomp, we got Incineroar. Okay, I mean, this is just a generically good team, right? This is not a funny haha meme. The only thing interesting is the Scovillain. I'm also trying to learn that it's okay to not bring a Pokemon with a Mega, and it's okay to bring 2 Pokemons with Megas as well. I have this idea in my head that, oh, you must always bring 1 Mega Pokemon. But I'm learning... Oh god, my ranking is so horrible. I'm learning that it's okay. It's okay to not bring a Pokemon with Mega. And it's okay to bring 2 Pokemons with Mega sometimes. Sometimes that's the right option. I can't think so smallly. I gotta think bigly. Think big, not small. Okay, Melodic is special, Hydreigon is special, Arcanine that you can't burn. Caesar is the only Mega here, so I'm expecting Caesar, who does know a bug move. Does fire resist bug? Because I know bug is good against grass. Fire doesn't resist bug? Won't he just U-turn on my ass? Aerodactyl counters bug. Does it? Now with steel, right? Wait, I mean, if he uses Caesar, my Skull Villain would just overheat him. Burn him to hell. No? I feel like my Skull Villain's actually pretty good here. He's got a couple of things weak to fire. I imagine he's bringing out the fish. I don't really have an answer for the fish. I don't think I should lead Incineroar or bring Incineroar at all for that matter. How do I deal with the fish? Leech Seed? Or do I resist the fish? He's gonna bring the fish. Yeah, for sure he brings the fish. Obviously he brings the fish. Why is this Skull Villain so small? Okay, the problem with leaving that Melodic up is the threat of Calm Mind. I mean, when in doubt, Rock Slide, right? I don't need speed because I feel like... Oh, free flinch? Totally fine. Unless they get the burn, in which case not fine. Get the seed in. Defense. Special defense. Oh, that's not good. I needed it the other way around. Well, the Firemon can't be burned. Is this just a Garchomp angle? Okay, my Garchomp checks 2 of these, right? Which is pretty good. What does Arcanine do? No, reduces special attack. That's not that bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure I still win the speed tie here. They know an earthquake is coming. Wait, I don't have earthquake on this guy? Why do I have stomping tantrum? I think we're just going for the King Gambit's gonna be a big issue here, right? I don't really care about the Arcanine. Yeah, I don't really care about the Arcanine here. I get the feeling he wants to cleave Kaltowli. But I want the speed. No, when in doubt, Rock Slide. Made the wrong read. That's fine. Maybe I got flinch. Yeah, his mons aren't that fast. Arcanine flinch. Yo, I mean, is this even good for me? I'm just getting free reads right now. Like, I'm just getting free flinches. I think now's a good time to just go for the Scoville swap. You can't Earthquake because you're just gonna burn your own Scoville. Oh, he had freaking a berry. It's a it's a tanky support. Yeah, the Sucker Punch we saw coming. Should do like 50, right? Free damage. That's so cringe, dude. Attack rose, speed fell. That's not good. So this is only gonna do 30% now. I get the feeling that he's gonna protect on his King Gambit. Can you Leech Seed a Steelmon? I feel like the Gambit's not staying. Yeah, the Gambit's not staying. We need to deal with this Melodic. Yeah. Because what this Arcanine is going to do is just be as annoying as he can. It's a support Arcanine. This is such a long game. Okay, I mean, I'm not worried about the Arcanine. He's probably gonna go for another Snarl here. I mean, what he might do is... I think he has a Caesar somewhere. So I'm gonna read a switch here. Yeah, there's a switch. There's a Caesar. We made the right read, but we'll see. It's just getting some free damage. Icy win! You know ice! Jesus. That's fine. Oh man, what a game. Oh, we're just stalling here, right? Melodic is burned. Melodic is... Oh. Yeah, I don't know if he knows this, but I could just Hadouken him, right? Wait, I can just Hadouken. Unless he hits the protect here, but I'm hitting the protect, and I don't think the Melodic's doing that much to the Scoville. Oh, that's fine. So what? Oh, you have recovered. You have recovered. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. So like now what? Wait, I can never bring out my... The moment I bring out my Incineroar, I'm just cooked. Alright, dodge this. I guess he could swap. He swapped. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about this game. He has a Gambit and a Melodic. I think this is just gonna be stalled into a tie at this point. Maybe I should have kept the Moody. Okay. The Melodic is gonna Icy Wind. I know that much. Sure. Oh wow, that was actually good damage, no? 1 HP! That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, this is crazy. Oopsie, thank you. I for sure... I need to give him the boost on the Melodic. I can't not give him the boost at this point. He's gonna extreme speed me. No avoiding that. Yeah, he's gonna extreme speed me. I need to give him the boost here. Ooh, that's not what I want to give him. Oh, the rock slide missed! No, I needed it. I needed that rock slide to connect. No! bad. That was really bad. Okay. The melodic is faster than my... Oh my god. GG's. Oh, did I need that rock slide to land? Well, my Incineroar just came in and ate a full shot to the face. Should I have kept my Scovillain in? Maybe I should have. It's faster because Icy Wind. As if I did. You know what? I'm going to ban this guy. Icy Wind. Okay. I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds to understand why Icy Wind doesn't apply there. Okay. He has 4 physical, 2 magical. I need to take care of the magical. If I take care of the magical, I can focus on the physical, right? There's no way this guy leads magical. I want the fish. I mean, the fish deals with the Delphox, right? Maybe going for the Incineroar swap was wrong. I mean, yeah, of course he skulls that spot. Like, why wouldn't he? He opens with Delphox! Dude, I can't, man. There's too much like bastards in this game. I need to bring in the fish safely. Can I even do that? I'm gonna predict an earthquake here. I need the fish in safely. I do need to set up Tailwind as well. Oh, you went for the psychic. Oh, they doubled up. Alright, good Leech Seed in. Bloop, 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 bloop. Nom, 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 nom. I think maybe this is the goal of Scovillain. Be as annoying as humanly possible. You could hit me with a heat wave, but it's whatever. And then start sliding some rocks, baby. Baby! the rocks hit the Delphox, right? It's gonna Encore. There's no one runs Encore on Delphox. He's gonna Earthquake. Yeah, get the hell out of here. He's gonna press Protect on Gar, right? Oh, he didn't press Protect on Gar. I mean, this is damage, I guess. Not a lot. Stomping Tantrum on the scope. Oh my god, why did I do so much damage? I mean, the Garchomp is kind of out of commission for now, right? If he protects on the Gambit... Is he? What? That's not good. Why do I always forget that they can just swap their Pokemons out? I mean, it seems so obvious in hindsight. But yeah, I always forget they can just swap their Pokemons out. And then I'm like, oh shit. He swapped his Pokemon out. No! Don't miss! Don't miss! It's a 90%! It's a 90%! Guys, I feel like my Rock Slide odds are really bad for some reason. Wait, I avoided it! This game is so dumb. Thank you. Oh no! Oh no! He killed him with a crit, so now the Dragon Claw's redirecting! No! Oh, he went for an Earthquake? Oh. That's weird. I mean, is he hitting to protect here? Is he hitting what's he hitting here? I'm gonna do this to cover for the switch. Oh, if I was braver, I would have used Stomping Tantrum. So he's gonna bring out the Del Fox here. Sneasel. Oh, he knows I want to switch into the Scovillain here, no? Wouldn't he, is he gonna Sucker Punch me? He knows I'm gonna go for the swap. I need to stall Fake Out turn and get Scovillain in. Del Fox is a literal one. He went for a protect? That's weird. What was he afraid of? He doubled what is he doing? I guess he could close combat me. If he really wanted to. I guess he could close combat my Garchomp if he really wanted to. Is he gonna go for another protect? That would be insane. Triple protect? No way! Wow. Wow, you read me. I guess that makes sense. That's crazy. These guys are demons. Oh man, I should have just made a hard read and then just Earthquake the levitating Pokemon. I'm always surprised at how well people play at my elo. So he's going to go for a Sucker Punch here. Yeah, I need to protect on my Scovillain. And then go for the Earthquake on the Sneasler. He doesn't have Sucker Punch? Oh, he has Poison Touch. And no Sucker Punch? What? Now we're down to a 50-50, right? Okay. Is Garchomp faster than a Del Fox? No! Why is every game a 50-50? Oh, he double protected. Okay. Wait, that's not good for him. I don't think he should have double protected, right? I think he's stalling off a poison turn, but I don't think it matters. He only has poison touch available to deal with my Basket Legion. Delphox has Psychic. Does Psychic deal half to... Chat. Does Psychic deal half? No. He needs to YOLO protect on Delphox. He shouldn't have double protected there. He should have just picked one or the other. Like he needed to bet that game on a 50-50. Not betting the game on a 50-50 essentially guarantees me to win. Yeah. Wow, that's great. That was a game. That was one of the games of all time. That was one of the games of all time. Does anyone know if Weather Ball is broken? I got hit for 4x fire damage while rain was up. Let me introduce you to Mega Meganium. For her, the sun is always up. Even when it's not up, it's up. Okay, a couple of physical attackers. He's not gonna bring... Well, here's the thing, though. He's probably thinking I'm gonna bring the villain who's chilling. He doesn't have poison or steel, so my Floodlight goes pretty unchecked. What he's gonna do is most likely bring out the Sinistcha. He's most likely gonna bring out the Sinistcha with Redirection or Follow Me or Trick Room. And start making giant water bubbles. Which I'm not inclined to deal with. So I'm thinking the Ensign of Roars. Just to deal with that? I don't know if Aerodactyl makes it. Garchomp for the Sneasler. What does Garchomp do, right? Yeah, because Aerodactyl technically can check Sneasler. If he's on Burden, it's kind of annoying, but it's fine. Sneasler and Blastoise. Alright, cool. There's the white herb. That's fine. There's just a fast Sneasler now. We have fake out potential. He needs to fake out, I'll fake out. But if he fakes out, fakes out, then it's not faking the fake out. You know what I'm saying? I get the feeling that he's just gonna Dire Claw me. There's a lot of layers to this. I think he's not gonna pass up a juicy little Dire Claw. Because I keep my Floette in, it's always gonna get checked by the Sneasler, which is really annoying. If I was him, I would just go for the free Dire Claw. Yeah. There it is. Do not 30% me. Thank you. So ultimately, this Blastoise wants to do things. What kind of things? Nothing good, let me tell ya. Nothing good. He wants to Dark Pulse, Water Pulse, Pulse my dick. He wants to do all the pulsing. Oh god, he's gonna close combat my Incineroar, which is fine. We just wave crash him. He freaking protected! What? Wait. Also, I definitely did not. Oh, fuck, man. I did not think he would be faster. It's fine. It's playable. We just have to Intim cycle. This Blastoise at a -3. He has to swap out. Okay, if he brought that and he brought that, what else would he bring? If the Sneasler comes out, I don't really need the speed advantage right now. There's no way he thinks I'm gonna fake out here, right? That's crazy. I'm just gonna dart Larry into this. Blastoise is special, not physical. What? Oh, I don't have throat chop, so I can't stop the hyper voice. I'm doing this to cover for Rage Powder. I don't think he'll Rage Powder. Oh, he's gonna Trick Room. Oh, that's fine. Honestly, was that even that bad? Nom 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 nom. Delicious berries. He's gonna go for a fake out. I mean, if he fakes out, it's whatever, right? Lariat Darkly. Read like a book. Matcha gotcha. Don't gotcha my matcha. If this burn, wait, cats can't burn. Oh god. Critical hit, yeah, sure, why not? Why not? Why not make it a crit while we're at it? I think he's gonna Dire Claw into the left spot, right? Is there anything we can do about this? No, he's just gonna suck it up now. Yeah. This way I can cycle one. Wait for the protect? Dude, you're insane. Well, there goes your speed advantage, buddy. You needed that. You needed to just kill there, no? Dark Pulse, Water Pulse. Does this guy know Shell Smash? Am I supposed to Calm Mind, or do I just start blasting him? Oh man, this is gonna be close. I should have protected into a Dazzling Gleam. Okay. I think this is the play here, no? Nah, that sucks. That don't seem right. Okay, I'm gonna assume he's smart. His Blastoise doesn't have Protect. I think it just doesn't have Water Spout. Right? There's just so much thinking. He goes for the double protect here? Yeah, just stall it out. I should just Calm Mind one more time. Like, I know they're gonna make the obvious play, and I still play into it. Like, it's so silly of me. He's gonna water pulse my Incineroar. But I can't do anything about it. Right. I mean, I could have hit a Calm Mind there, but I don't think it would have mattered. The stupid turtle! So it doesn't have Water Pulse, it has Water Spout, Protect, Shout, Max. Okay. The way I lost that game was letting my Basket Legion get Dark Pulsed. And I should have seen it coming. They always run Dark Pulse. If there was a big turning point, I would say it was that point. And I also thought Blastoise was physical. So I was like, oh man, I'm getting so much intimidation. This Blastoise is gonna do no damage. Paragraph. Medit, what now? Are these all physical? Samurott and Medicham. These are physical, right? And what is that? Cerulege? That's physical? But you can't burn Cerulege is the problem. I think I want Throat Chop more than... What's Cerulege's ability? What's Samurott's ability? I don't know half of these guys. So he has the Giraffe and the T. Ah, I should have let Ensign. Honestly, I should have let Ensign. Why is it a Giraffe and an Aerodactyl? I'm gonna keep it simple here. I'm gonna press Rock Slide. Like, we really don't need to complicate things. So are you tail rooming? Are you tail room? Trick Wind? Oh, Helping Hand. What? If you flinch me, he won the speed tie. This game is so stupid. If he says a Tailwind, no, he's gonna try and YOLO the Tailwind here, no? Okay, if he flinches me again, I quit the game. If he wins the speed tie, he's gonna hyper voice, isn't he? Okay. Okay. Critical hit. You double flinching piece of crap. You double flinching mother trucker. Oh wait, this is so bad for you. I'm pretty sure this guy's like double countered, no? Like how is he gonna beat a fast fish? Oh my god, what the hell is this? He mega evolved and then proceeded to die. That's not right. Why do you have both liquidation and wave crash? Oh, am I supposed to have one or the other? Oopsie. Are you supposed to run Aqua Jet? It's so weird to run Aqua Jet priority on a Scarf Mon, no? But yeah, I guess you would run either wave crash or liquidation, but not both. I mean, King Gambit's nice and all, but Is there such a build as Tank Chomp? Like Tank Guard Chomp instead of just straight I need speed. Kinda. Whoa, who's doing this? Who's doing a 24-20-21? A 32? Are we doing a 24? Tank Chomp? What do you want for Tank Chomp? Is this still Jolly? Because you want Tank Chomp to be fast, right? Or do you want him to hurt? You still want him to be a little fast, right? I wish this game was on PC. It is coming on mobile in like a couple of months. But yeah, a PC client would be really nice. Let's see, Sand Team. He only has one special attacker, right? In the form of the Rotom V. So I feel like the Scovilli is probably a fine pick, although those rocks are gonna hurt. There's no way that... Okay, he's not bringing the T. No T, sis. He's bringing most likely Tyranitar, Arrow. I like the Scovilli. I just need to deal with the... I think Mr. Fish here is always playable. Scovilli in the back. Actually, I wasn't sure whether it's Aerodactyl or Gambit there. It was Gambit. I need to deal with the Rotom. I feel like I deal with the Rotom. Oh my god. He just goes straight sand. That's crazy. Okay, so the little turtle, the little... What do you call that? Tuttle Digger is going to be the fastest mon here. But he shouldn't be that strong. I think Tyranitar might go for a Protect. I think we want the Scovilli out now. There's just no way he doesn't Protect on his T-Tar, right? To be fair, I think he might have... I'm also worried about Ice Punch for some reason. I've seen people run Ice Punch. And it's scary. Yeah, there's the read. Well, if I made that red, I should have doubled up, right? Because ultimately, my water type is good against both of his type. Jesus Christ. But I need to get my Scovillain in. One shots? What? Wait, what? Bro was alive for less than a second. Can I bring out the Scoville now? What if he brings the Ro... Well, I mean, the Rotom doesn't threaten the Scoville that much. Just a little bit. Special defense up. Defense fell. That's not good. Well, I mean, it's kind of fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. The physical attackers aren't inclined to hit into me anyway. When in doubt, slide some rocks. What's he gonna have in the back? Yeah, it's probably a rock slide. Because if I Rage Powder... Huh. Does he have Ice Punch? Dual Wing Beat will Oko go? No, because the second hit of the Wing Beat won't. That's fine. I mean, ouch. My Citrus Berry! I was gonna eat that! Don't miss on the arrow. I mean, on the Tyranitar, whatever. Dude, I swear, this is not 90%. Rock Slide is not 90%. Rock Slide is not 90%. I don't care who says it's 90%. It is not 90%. Whoever says it's 90% is a liar. Here's my feeling. I get the feeling that he's gonna look for a swap soon. Because he wants to reset... I don't think the Aerodactyl will dual wing... He's probably gonna Rock Slide me. Which I don't think will kill. So what I think that we do here is... There's no way he leaves T-Tar in, right? I mean, maybe it's just a protect angle. But you bring out the T-Tar. Oh, it's just a protect angle. Because the longer the match goes, the better it is, technically. Do not flinch me, I swear on... Oh my god, the damage. Do not flinch, do not flinch, do not flinch, do not flinch. Please tell me... Okay, this is fine, this is fine. At the end of the day, they get double burned. So it really makes their mons not good. So we're really just chilling here. Stall out the time. They're all doing half damage now. If we look at his options here, what is he more likely to bring? I don't think there's an Incineroar. There might be a Rotom in the back. I think it might be the Rotom. I think when you complicate this, Rock Slide. Yeah, Rock Slide. Oh, nice. A miss. That did so much damage. I missed. You know what? Sometimes justice. Now my turn to Rock Slide. Rock Slide! Rock Slide! Wait. The Leech Seed goes on the Aerodactyl? That don't seem right. Is that right? Oh, you did have it. Last turn of Sand, last turn of Tailwind, protect out the Fake Out. That's a pretty... I don't think he has a sweet move. Got one more tick of Burn. We're both faster. GG's. We're stalling four different effects. Fake Out, Sand, Tailwind, Burn. He's most likely gonna be doing coverage and hitting in both slots while the Tailwind's out. Yeah, that's just very straightforward. Nothing special. Goes for the throat chop. I mean, that makes sense, right? Why would you do a Fake Out? Is that normal? Are you supposed to Leech Seed? And then the Burn kills it? Is that how it... That's how it works? It goes into the slot? Man, playing against... Until that's... Oh, it's the person that needs to swap out, huh? Dude. Nice. Playing against the Skull Villain is so annoying. Between the Leech Seed and the Burn, what? You just slowly die? Hell, throwing some rocks on the floor and punish them for switching out at a point. Floor spikes. Alright, looks like DSG is starting their game against the bastards of the LCS, Cloud9. We've been looking rough, guys. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. But I'm hoping the boys get it together today. I believe. Cloud9's really good, though. Ooh, I'm a little scared.
Pairs seem more entrenched than ever when I see drafts on this patch.
Yeah, okay, so we've got the Xinjiao and the Azir being the mismatched role picks so far here in the first half, while both sides absolutely have their bottom lane duos drafted. So I expect the second half of the bans to kind of reflect that, and sure enough, it does. It's mid lane bans from Disguised, as Ryze will be the first target for them. C9 going to go ahead, take that Nocturne off the table, keep that away from Kryra.
But I think what's really interesting here is because the Jarvan and Pantheon were already banned, looked to me like C9 was going to try and pinch the AD jungle pool, but didn't.
Someone tell me if
our
bands are good. Our bands good?
If they want to choose that, even though it's more of a side lane.
Why do we always
champion and C9's going to want to the team fight? I'm a little surprised that they actually banned
Rumble. To be fair, I feel like I
this late in the draft rather than just pinching out the rest of the OP.
Like, here's what's going to happen.
So we'll see what they end up
Call Me's going to go for a shuffle. It's a good shuffle, and then they flash it, which is fun. And then we don't go for anything between the flash. So getting that shuffle flash ends up doing nothing.
Having Yorick constantly marching down the side lane can be a real pain.
So I need to see the shuffle
for their mid lane.
Yeah,
and then I need to see a re-gank before the flash up. Ooh, Kryra's Mundo.
Many kind of comfort picks that previously was considered off meta is now somewhat of a response.
Okay, here's what we can do instead. Let's have Nautilus press R, and as they're being knocked up, we go for the shuffle.
Meta, like slightly wonky, pocket picks. But we do see the Jace locked in instead initially, and now hovering the Volibear.
Well, Jace, remember, we do still have the possibility for him to be flexed to the jungle these days as well, so not 100% certain that that'll be going into the top lane, although I would expect it to most likely be going there. Last pick here. Disguise taking their sweet time, running down the clock on this one.
Mundo makes a decent amount of sense. I will point out the reason C9 didn't ban Vi would have been scouting. Kryra is 0-4 all-time on Vi, so they're probably daring him to pick it, and that's why they're able to open up the Rumble ban.
And another thing interesting about Mundo is Kryra was one of the junglers that I was thinking when the Mundo nerfs came down. I was like, okay, he is one
Mundo
of those junglers
nerfs?
I feel
They
like
nerfed my
will
boy?
pilot the Mundo. DSG occasionally rely on this kind of scaling, so it's not. We'll see how significant it is. We've still seen Mundo played, so it's like I still think there's a lot of value in it. It does hurt his clear a slight bit if you look at some of the nerfs that came down. And then Sion locked in as the last pick for C9, which kind of puts together this really nice team fighting comp, kind of propelled with this Ashe Seraphine.
It does, and they're going to have to be able to
Okay,
find
Castle's
windows
Jace is
team
pretty
fight.
good.
I do find it funny how
Kryra's
this
Mundo's
game they're
pretty
throwing
good.
Sion in the top lane where
So
they
we got
played
2
Sion
guys
in
on their
game
comfort
3
pick.
mid lane last series, and APA said, I
Thanatos
get mad
is
every
on
time we let
Sion.
Thanatos play
True.
Sion because then I can't collect the free win on the mid Sion. But clearly he's not on the same page as everybody else. They like the look here with the Sion into the MF and specifically the Jace because he can get early armor against a Mundo who's not going to be a huge gank threat. So makes sense for the top lane in this game.
Plus, I always like when you have Seraphine on your team, if you have multiple frontliners that can facilitate the encore going further, blasting through the entirety of the enemy squad, and I think Sion and Zinja are great champions to facilitate that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you think in the mid game that Sion and Zin are difficult to kill? Well, wait until they have a Seraphine behind them, buffing them up, and like you said, using that extra range to get
Kryra, come on.
a really good Seraphine ult off.
All right, let's do it. Getting on to Summoner's
see
Rift
some
for the
jungle
first time
diffing.
today. Best of 3, C9 versus Disguised. And I think that this Ashe Seraphine combo has proven time and time again just how effective it is, just how oppressive it can be. So there is going to be pressure on Sajet and Lions to try to find something here with this Nautilus pick that's meant to be able to punish it, meant to be able to all in.
Absolutely. It's also Vulcan's
Why'd they
first
call me
career
say
Seraphine game, but it's only a matter of
GLAPA
time with the Enchanter
specifically?
meta and Vulcan preparing
That seems
for
targeted.
the future. Friendly chat, I think that's more of a checking to see if all chat is on and whether or not he should waste
Oh,
his
big
time.
hook. Big damage. Oh, Barry gone. Barry gone. We win. We win. GG's.
So coming into this matchup, I think one of the most important things to look at is the jungle in particular, right? You're looking
Why
at
do we
Blabber being
ward
one
the
of these
small
all-time
nearby
great
bush
North
instead of the
American
middle
junglers,
bush?
And you're looking at Kryra.
Oh, big hook. Big hook. We win.
He's really gotta
GG's. We
prove
win.
himself now. So we've got the blasting cycle that has occurred so far here in the LCS. Remember that Blabber blasted Griffin when they played in all of those series back-to-back, like going head-to-head back in first stand in split 1, but then Griffin just last weekend blasted Kryra, right? Like just completely took over the series, took him out of the game, took all his Raptors. So now the question is, where does the blasting one aim from here? Can Kryra turn this into a Pokemon type of situation where each one counters one of the others in a circle? Or is this just going to be a line straight from Blabber through everybody else in a massive wake of destruction?
Yeah, circle of blasting or like a blast
Bot
higher.
lane's gonna be rough. How
Trickle down
come
blastonomics.
bot lane's
There
never
will be
good, guys?
blastonomics, but
Why
we
is
don't
bot
know
lane
how
always
they're
the
going
rough
to
part?
function in this economy.
Well, thus far, there's been no
Why does
crazy
my
level one
MF have
shenanigans,
7
right?
CS?
Like, we didn't have any
Why
sort
is
of
she down
in-game.
7 CS?
Blabber does have something that Kryra
Why is my
doesn't
mid
in
lane
this
down
game,
6 CS?
Which is Ashe Vision, the
True.
bane
So strong.
of the bane of all like early junglers who have to go up against a team with an Ashe on it. And as we see that bot lane 2v2 just kind of firmly pushing in on the bot side.
Think I played gold already?
And both junglers just doing their top-down clears.
Yeah, the big wave crashed, so the CS is starting to equalize a little bit. There's only a 2 CS lead for Vulcan's Ven so far, but typically when you have the ranged support versus the melee support, unless you are getting that first kill or that first gank off, the Ashe Seraphine should be able to bully pretty hard. So we'll see what happens here with the first crab, because Kryra is in river quite early, and Blabber is approaching, so trying to get a gank off here.
All right, APA's under pressure. Kryra coming in, trying to punish some of that all-chatting so far. Immediately pops the heart stopper, but still takes a lot of damage from APA, who's down to 100 HP, flashes back out as Call Me proceeds to chase, flash auto attack! Call Me shuts him up and sits him down. The Azir, however, about to get punished now as Blabber swoops into the mid lane. Flash for the win becomes lightning, guarantees the counter kill. Kryra can at least secure this topside Scuttle Crab and get away.
So really interesting there. It was very greedy from APA, but I feel like that was him and Blabber trying to pull off something impressive, because he knew he could get a ton of damage down onto the Mundo, and then Blabber probably thought he had a double crab angle right there, but APA gets a little bit
that's
too
not
greedy,
positive for
ends
us,
up taking
right?
too much damage and dies,
First
but
blood
Blabber
and
comes in to
preserve 1
secure
flash.
the cleanup kill.
Yeah, as we
So it's
see,
a slight
Clara
above-
definitely
yeah.
saw his window, and Blabber's all the way down in the river.
I don't
but
get
kind of
this one,
already
though.
headed up, and APA gets so much damage here. Thinks he'll be able to flash out.
Call Me almost sidestepped the
Call
W
Me
here.
finishes him up, and then Blabber's here to clean
Yeah.
up the kill onto Call Me.
That was like a pixel off.
Clara does end up getting that
I think if he
top double grab,
sidesteps
and then
that,
Blabber got the
that
bottom
would've
one
been
too, so they
huge,
still
but
did split.
still
cracks
pretty
off
good.
of that.
Ends
Still
up
above
being
positive.
pretty good for Cryra, all things considered, because
Well,
his
I think
mid-game
what AP was trying to
technically
do
worked
was
get his mid laner a little
to.
bit ahead and also burned the flash.
I don't
of
know.
APA.
Maybe-
So
I don't know.
not much ends up coming of what was a pretty crazy looking play.
I don't know.
Also like burning the
Maybe
flash
stalling
off
it
the
out
Cassiopeia,
for a
considering
trade.
the
Like
mid
at
laners
best,
are about
the best case
1/3
scenario there
to
was a
level
trade.
6, and we know that once Azir hits
Right.
level 6, if the
And
jungler shows
you know,
up
to
and
be
the
fair, they
enemy
did
mid
get
laner
trade,
does
but
not have
maybe they were
mobility to
hoping,
get out
okay,
after he's
he
already
lives and
shuffled,
stalled
all
just
Call Me
long
has to
enough
do
for
is just
Blabber
find
to
that
come
angle
in
for
and
the
double.
shuffle, and boom, you've got another easy kill.
Yeah, and it'll be curious to see whether either jungler is going to pay attention to these mid laners here because they are now both
Oh my
flashless.
god, the damage is kind of crazy.
Call Me forced back a little bit here. Does have to be careful about that consistent APA damage, but both junglers once again looking towards the mid lane. Going to find one another here in the river. Blabber immediately jumps towards Cryra, but not getting a whole lot of value out of that one.
Ooh,
just
man,
again
this
trying to make
mid
sure that Blabber
jungle
cannot
is
interfere
so
with anything here.
volatile
Call
right
Me
now.
just a minion or two away
Cryra,
from
get the
one
hell out of the river.
six.
Go do your
APA
camp. Damn.
recognizes that by looking at his own EXP bar. Has to be careful here about the potential Emperor's Divide.
Yeah, APA wants to bluff a little bit because if Blabber stuck around, then the Xin would also be pretty strong in the 2v2. But
I
Blabber's
think
made
he's
his way
hoping
to
that he'll
continue
walk
clearing
up
as
5
Scotland
steps
trades
for
pretty
the shuffle.
aggressively.
Yeah, Lions forced to use the heal there. Very low on the Nautilus. Has to flash away, and Sven's ready to flash follow. 2 more auto attacks with a focus fire. Just take him down here in the 2v2. The Ashe Seraphine doing exactly as they please down here. Sven,
what my bot lane doing?
Disguised here in the bottom lane.
What are you
Sven
guys
Vulcan cannot be
doing?
underestimated.
What are
Sven
you
just
guys
gliding on him
doing?
right there. Perfect
Bot
aggression from Vulcan Sven in the
bot
2v2. Even the
lane, I
half
don't
step
get
back
it.
to avoid the damage from the Nautilus E
Every
ends up being really
game,
crucial
every
in that extended
week.
trade, because if he takes any little tick of damage, it would be a trade back instead of now 2 kills to 0 in the 2v2.
Yeah, and this should give them really, really nice bot side control, despite the fact that Lions and Cryra are now kind of hanging out, potentially stopping any sort of Drake take since C9 did have to reset.
Yeah, so they're trying to get a little bit of tempo back.
That's all right,
But
that's
even
all right.
this
It's
is
just one bad
Cryra's level 6,
exchange, it's
and then
fine.
he can't stick around for that long, because I don't feel like DSG is strong enough to just go for clearing, and Cryra's trying to swoop, gets it.
Okay, nice job there from Call Me, setting up APA. Cryra needs more damage here for the play, though. One more auto attack might be able to do it.
There we
and
go.
you
Okay.
That's what I
Bot
said
lane,
earlier.
I
That's
don't,
the only thing
bot
Be
lane
honest
just
with
do
your
this
ult.
thing. I don't.
Yeah, and really good
I don't-
recognition
I can't.
of that
I don't.
small
Don't get me
window
started
like
on bot
Jet
lane.
set up, right? Like they had
Don't
to
get me started on
reset
bot lane sometimes.
after the bot lane kills came out. DSG kind of hung around.
We gotta
tried to
believe in
establish,
the
got
mid
that
and the
scuttle crab
jungle.
down, and then took advantage of that. But here is that bot lane 2v2, like you said, Jeff.
Like,
Yeah,
we're just
notice the hawk
saving
shot
our
early into the
flash
bush to get the original
forever.
vision, then the ward for the extra vision, and then extending the trade right here. Sajed just loses vision until Sven decides to hit him back one more time. Even with the health potion running, Sajed doesn't have the health to get that last
The
one.
level up was crazy though. not gonna lie.
Yeah, and here's just the shuffle, flashless mid laner. APA does end up getting his ultimate off, but Cryra is still able to clean him up off of that. So just really nice recognition of the timing windows,
20
seeing
CS.
that DSG do have an opportunity to get something back and punish that flashless mid laner.
Yeah, that was the one place where they could really go on the map. So APA does need to play more conservative in those situations. The Scion is completely safe, already with the plated steel caps up against the Jace.
What?
And
Why
honestly,
the
bottom
mid
lane has a
laners
25
chatting?
CS advantage, and it's so difficult for Mundo to rescue that bot lane. So Calmy's absolutely right to talk his trash, because APA's killing him is their only current plan in the early game.
Well, and Call Me can just kind of become monstrous alongside this Mundo for mid to late, right? Like he is kind of has become kind of their win condition and potentially an answer to winning some of these mid to late game team fights, depending on how well he does. I am glad that we had the little checking out. Do we have all chat on? Now we're going to talk a little trash back and forth.
Okay, so right now, Blabber, you can see he's starting up his first Drake 8 minutes into the game, so not particularly fast on that one. But look at the gold spread on the scoreboard. It's about over a 2,000 gold lead just in the bottom lane duos of C9, while the top side of the map goes the other way for Disguised. So C9, playing around anything on this bottom side is going to feel great. Sven and Vulcan are so accelerated. Blabber knows he should be able to take this no problem.
They have them completely jailed in that bot lane right now, and part of it is because of the Mundo pick, because if you're going to be taking the Nautilus MF into Ashe Seraphine, that's already a hard matchup, but it will be able to win in 3v3s. It's just Mundo's never
Check
gonna
the bush!
Now they're getting punished.
How about a 3v2 as immediately Blabber is ready to set this up. There's the encore over the top through everybody like I was talking about back in Champ Select. Blabber just makes it so easy for Sven and Vulcan, and Disguised bottom lane is just crumbling to pieces.
And I love this out of C9, following the Drake take, recognizing that they can apply pressure. The bot lane's going to be coming back to lane, grouping up with Blabber and being able to get that kill en route as DSG were trying to reset.
Definitely had some conversations about whether or not enchanters are overplayed, because in the past right now, even after the first double kill, when that MF Nautilus respawn, they're running top lane and the Jace is running bot lane, and they're trying to reset the map a little bit. But once you lose control of bot lane now, that kind of stuff can just happen to you. They can't contest Drake, they're jailed under their turret, you can't even contest your own Gromp, and they can just dive you on your way back to the lane. They make a bad situation worse, and there's no escape because these teams don't want to leave their role quests uncompleted.
Yeah, and as we see Cryer taking those grubs as kind of like the little consolation prize that they usually are, but that is where I do want to draw attention to specifically the mid lane, right? Because again, this now becomes their win condition. Can we get this Azir into a situation where he can potentially maybe be in a position to rip through late game team fights? It's still going to be difficult because again, you are going against Ashe Seraphine and then a Sion Xin, who are all going to be incredibly difficult to kill.
And you mentioned the Sion. We haven't really checked in on top lane because really nothing has happened there.
He just landed a Q flowers.
Yeah, they both queued each other. So far, top lane is pretty much exactly what you would expect it to be. Jace is up a wave or two of minions. It's not really that much. Call Me, though, taking a lot of damage from APA's Twin Fangs here. As soon as you're caught on that miasma, the slow just makes it so Cassio can land so much damage. APA still down just about
it's so hard
Call Me still with that 1,000
for us to
gold lead
play a
on
lot
Azir.
of these games
Does
because our bot lane, yeah, I mean, this is what happens, right? The bot lane gets so far behind, it starts spreading to the jungle, it starts spreading to every other lane. Oh my god, Azir missed this out.
But now the damage back into Call Me is there. Vulcan takes the kill, and Disguised have to complete their retreat outside of the jungle. C9
like, it just gets blown up because of bot lane.
Now hold on, Blabber, this time he's getting hooked in. The big bullet time over the top, but it doesn't do enough damage. Sajed is dead. Blabber's on a killing spree, and Sven's looking for even more. Nothing they do works. Disguise dies yet again.
I guess C9 just wins 3 versus 4. That's just the game right now. Absolutely crazy here. You thought when Blabber goes over this wall and Call Me with Nasher's Tooth Power Spike flies in behind, they're going to win. We'll say nice stun into flash by Sven so he doesn't take damage from the Azir, and everyone just turns to focus. Very well played 3v4, which is usually a disaster by C9 because they switch targets so effectively.
Yeah, and then when they do try to follow up with the MF ult here, immediately are able to turn on to Sajed, and everything really falls apart for DSG now because...
Okay, nice guys. Really good. Going to base now.
Clean.
Because they're going to base now. And now they're going to rotate it somewhere else all over the map. Thanatos. Oh, no. Sajed is level 7. Oh, it's the classic stand there and auto him because you know you're not going to get away. Thanatos. We also saw during the picture-in-picture of the replay, Thanatos almost got solo killed by Castle up underneath his tier 1 turret. Both of the top laners did have to flash for that one. Now we could have yet another fight up here in the top side jungle. Blabber between Lions and Cry right here, but he doesn't seem to mind whatsoever. Lions trying to Spider-Man his way out of this one. And now Kryra could be the sacrifice. Blabber again with an audacious charge. Forces the flash over the wall from the Mundo. C9 like still moving as a unit, trying to keep Blabber protected. Castle's coming in, wants to finish off the kill, but now Lions versus Blabber in the red side pit, while APA does DPS and a Call Me to prevent him from being able to enter into the fight. The shutdown on Sven is there as Castle picks it up. Blabber goes on a rampage, killing off the enemy jungler, but it's already a double kill back up to Castle.
Cloud9 wants to throw, I'll take it.
Cloud9 fight.
Way too over-aggressive.
Every time Castle gets involved, things are good.
This ends up being kind of a 3.5 v5 because Sajed could redeploy after dying bot lane, Emily.
Yeah, and Thanatos is unable to join the fight, right? So
I feel bad for Castle
Jace
sometimes.
is TPing in on the back half.
Man shows up week to week, game to game. It's like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Both trying to rotate
every single game. He keeps us in every single game.
They also walked over what was control warded. Now that they see him, it's kind of toast because if they knew where Jace was, I don't think Blabber would ever chase through the red buff and everyone would exit down through Call Me. But that
get this man some help.
Very effective flank by Castle's Jace.
Yeah, it was really nicely
good
done.
Job. Good job by everyone on that team. Honestly, that was a good team fight.
That DSG.
I think all 5 of us ended up in that fight, right? That was a 5v3.
You know, that flank
we had to pull a lot, but
I
feel like we got some shutdowns there.
For DSG, as long as C9 are kind of traveling in this pack, especially Blabber with the Ashe Seraphine behind him, because even in that fight that they ended up losing, and it was very over-aggressive, and the Jace TP ended up kind of cooking them a bit, you saw how long Blabber survived.
And you can see on your screen right there, Sajed stats, career 7-0 on Misfortune, 700 DPM average. This game, the bit of the anomaly, having to deal with the Ashe Seraphine, not having control in the lane, lost his footing early, and hasn't really been able to recover that, as now that bottom lane control for C9 leads to yet another Drake take. That is their second of this game. They've controlled both so far. Meanwhile, Call Me should at least be able to take this tier 1 turret up here in the top side. Single auto attack should knock it over.
But target their weak spot, which looks like it's APA right
somehow
now.
Keeps the turret standing. Feel like Call Me probably could have taken that one if he wanted to, but all right. C9 holds it.
Yeah,
Whoop, now here, maybe this is what they wanted after all. APA gets shuffled back towards Kryra, but now the big arrow from across the map from C9 guarantees the hit on the Call Me, guarantees Thanatos can make that a 1-for-1. Meanwhile, C9's just going to take yet another neutral objective. Blabber has total control over the Herald.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're just casually also just taking Rift Herald at the same time. Really nice arrow as a finisher.
When you hope Castle gets some money bot side here.
To get that on to Call Me. But again, it seems like anytime DSG, like APA coming in to save the turret, right? And then DSG are like, okay, we can make a play onto this Cassio, end up doing so, but the rest of C9
are top and mid laners are doing well, but I really don't think we should be relying on our, I mean, yes, they are Koreans, but we shouldn't be relying on our Koreans to like hands check their opponents. Like Call Me hands checking APA, it's the Korean diff, right? But we can't go into every game like, hey, we need our Koreans. Like, we need to figure out how to fix our bot lane.
Like, he's 1,500 gold down onto this Azir.
Like, the different, like,
Call Me's letting you push him back.
It's really rough.
Aren't you a little suspicious
these games
as to why that might
with
be
our
happening?
bot lane? You can't.
And then Kryra comes in and kills him once again.
We don't need them to
These
win.
things is like, wow, how could this Cassio,
But 50
who's
CS
so far
down
behind,
is really
these,
rough.
Like, good trades and be,
right? We need them to
posturing
go
so much, but he's been
slightly
punished
down.
4 times at this point for the 0-4, and that's part of what's keeping this game very close.
All right, Rift Herald summoned up by C9 here in mid lane. No driver on this one. There were some shenanigans with that this past weekend here in their series against Sentinels, so they're just going to leave this one on the autopilot. It's like one of those Waymos, whatever they are, the robot driving cars here in LA. Yeah, that's a Waymo Rift Herald. It just automatically drives itself exactly where it's supposed to be. It hits the target. It's good to go. C9's going to go ahead and pick up turret number 2 there in mid. Still only 1,000 gold ahead as a team, like you're talking about, Jat. Your bottom lane has a 3K gold lead between the two of them. But now it's DSG moving into the C9 jungle, looking to make Vulcan could be in some danger, hit by the Dredge Line.
Oh no!
Then with the arrow onto Sajed, who has to cleanse and immediately flash back over the wall. Kryra down to 1/4 HP, and Lions has to flash out now too.
Headed backwards, headed backwards.
Falling back towards the river. Castle over the wall, trying to reinforce the lines, but DSG are scattered. Kami's about to die. He flashes away, but he still falls anyway. Castle tries the
Please!
He only damns himself. APA takes out that strong Jace, and DSG's plans completely crumble. Thanatos charging in, trying to slow down Lions, and with a backup from the Seraphine, they're going to get another. That's going to be 4 dead when it's all said and done. DSG, they thought they had it, but
what happened? What happened here? Okay, we're looking at Blabber. We're looking at Blabber.
I really love the team fight targeting that's coming out of C9 into this.
Sage gets hit, cleanses it,
he has to cleanse it, still ends
uses
up
every sum. All goes wide.
Damage, and
this is still fine.
and then ends up being able able to
They get
right
pushed
onto
out by
Connie, because,
in
again,
river.
Blabber is just so strong with this Ashe
And then
Seraphine
Castle went for
behind them.
a kill on the
That
back,
then
which I
allows
don't think was
the rest of C9 to
correct.
rotate onto Castle, who's looking for another Jace flank.
Look, Mundo guys. Guys, Mundo's inting. Mundo's inting. Okay.
Mundo's inting.
By the way, Blabber's favorite thing to do is say the other jungler's inting. You can
True.
go listen to their comms from last week. He said that all the time against Hambach. Someone is always inting on Blabber's screen. But I'll say Castle, to me, was the one inting that team fight. Because I thought it looked fine until he tried the flank. And now, you know, maybe it's Lions.
I think Lions might be inting. I think Sven is going to grab a killing spree for free on that one. And Call Me should be able to get away here. I don't really see how Vulcan could be able to catch him by himself. So still, though, 3,500 gold lead for C9. It's rough out here for Disguise. There's your arrow. Oh, no, now Call Me. I don't think you get away from that one. Call Me. He uses the ulti. He stays alive with a flash twin bang from APA. Finishes the job.
APA with a little tip-in shot on the Casio at the end. Sven's arrows in this game have been really, really nice. Really well communicated. I'm going to assume that's like not just Sven being good, but an overall team thing. But again, whenever one of these DSG players is isolated, they have to watch out for this group of Blabber with the Ashe Seraphine behind him, because he can just survive for so long and get on their priority target.
And here we go again. Kryra's your target, and he's just going to go ahead and walk away from this one. I think the story of this game, if you couldn't tell just by looking at the individual gold leads, the kill participation, 11 out of 15 for Sven, 13 out of 15 for Vulcan, only 4 for APA. You've got 9 for Blabber because he's been helping that bottom lane out a lot too, and then only 5 for Thanatos. So really so much from the bottom lane of C9 this game.
Yeah, play for bot, play through bot with the Scion top lane. That's exactly what's happening. But now third Drake, Soul Point, C9 first to set up, which is exactly where the Ashe Seraphine wants to be.
Okay, Disguise looking for their entry angle instead. Kryra going to lose about half HP, but the same for Blabber. Thing is, Blabber has Seraphine to keep him healed up. He's got the rest of C9 around him, so they can try to secure this, immediately move to Soul Point with it, and sure enough, they will. Castle with the Shock Blast won't get anything. There's
not a real way for DSG to walk in and start that fight, especially when you have a Glacial Augment level 8 Nautilus with 1 item. So that is your frontline engage currently. You don't have an engage, but actually C9, I think transitioning straight over to this Baron is a little bit bold, but I do like the play, especially if they're ready to turn and fight and they have decent war coverage.
Yeah, they've got 4,500 gold lead. They've got Seraphine to keep everybody healthy with shields and heals around the Baron. Kryra is going to walk up, try to make his way towards this, but it's already down to 1/3 of its health. C9 committing to the Baron for now, slowing DPS a little bit, but no, it looks like we're going to go ahead and burst it. C9 takes the Baron. Kryra's soaking some damage. Bullet time doesn't do a whole lot over the wall as the Encore flies through too. They want to try to use Castle to kill off Blabber, but DSG again don't have the damage. The Xin Zhao stays alive as APA goes into killing spree. Jet under pressure yet again as Thanatos has made his way into the back line, and Decimating Smash does just that. Everybody on Disguise dies. They trade for APA, but what's it matter? It's a Baron +4 for just your mid laner. C9 will take it.
And they'll get so much more off the back of that Baron. Their mid and top waves are already pushed. They are having their cake right now and eating it too, and I think it's DSG being out of sync as well, because a lot of times when you start Baron with 5 people just like this, you're trying to get the Jace TP, but then the fact that the Baron dies and then the Jace TPs anyway into what is already a losing fight just makes things go from bad to worse for DSG.
Yeah, and I like that we ended up seeing that really nice Seraphine Scion combo off the back half of that fight, really making the most of how beefy Thanatos is, extending the range, getting those charms out. And this team comp can just now bulldoze through DSG, as if they couldn't already.
Yeah, and the Ashe having the healing reduction means that Kryra's Mundo isn't going to be getting Giant anytime soon.
No.
He would be the one person who'd maybe be able to buy time in the back line.
You know, APA was complaining about how he doesn't get free wins on the Scion. Thanatos is 6-0 on the Scion in LCS, or career actually. So yeah, he also, like, give him some of those wins, you know?
He's doing pretty good, and the point about the Mundo 2 Jet, not only is it the enemy has healing reduction, you're still only level 13. Level 3 ulti is such a power spike, and your team's already dead on top of it. Castle, that fed Jace, is already down, so Jet has to flash away just to avoid dying here himself. C9 honestly can probably just try to push for the win right here. They've got the Baron empowered minions.
I do wonder how much fun Vulcan's having. Because it's like this is no Bard, right? But
yeah.
1-0-17 looks pretty fun.
Yeah, he's going to be having a great time. Anyway, Lions taking a little bit more damage here, but C9 not wanting to overcommit onto the Nautilus. Blabber, going to knock up onto Call Me, forces the flash out there. Thanatos flying in from the left side. Lions flashes, barely stays alive himself as Disguised all hurt, but nobody dead here just yet, except for Castle, who's still reviving from the earlier pick. So the tier 3 turret dies in the bottom lane. Minion wave crashing into the tier 3 turret mid. Bottom lane inhibitor going to be your target now. C9 going after that one. It's a long-range TP from Call Me. This is Disguised's potential final full send, but C9 are just walking off to stage left anyway, as Disguised can't get in position to try to set up for Call Me's flank. He just ends up rejoining the rest of the team from the same angle, and the TP ultimately results in a whole lot of nothing. Blabber jumping right back into the Lions here. Third talent strike connects. There's your win becomes lightning. Call Me's next to die. The teleport didn't do a thing. Double kill for Blabber Zen. Sajed finally falls. Kryra just barely hangs on here with the Dr. Mundo, but he's the only one left alive. The bottom inhibitor's already gone. The mid lane inhibitor's about to fall, and C9's on the victory march.
Playing with so much confidence, grouping up for the Seraphine heals to make them even more powerful. And then APA, 75% of the team's death just for good measure at the end, before the end of the game.
We'll see if maybe they can kill the Mundo on the steps. Teams like to pad the stats sometimes, but Mundo is a little difficult to do it on. They might still make it happen. And Vulcan, yes, indeed, he does. The Nexus will fall. C9 ran the game start to finish. It's a bot cap. C9 up 1-0.
We need to show the chat. I knew he would do this. If you die 6 times and your team dies 8 times, you have to say mid-gap, and he did. He knew the chat was on the whole time, had to get that in there before he runs off to go to the next game. C9 dominate that game 1.
Excellent, excellent stuff from C9 here in the first one. It's all about the bottom lane. I got to give my MVP for that one to Sven. What are you guys thinking, Lounge?
I'm thinking Sven. I'm thinking Sven looked pretty good right there. And also, I do love APA getting in with the all chat right at the end. Mid-gap, clear mid-gap, obviously. Yeah.
He's getting away with it.
But in terms of the bot lane gap, ooh, that did not live up. I was really hoping Sajed would have a better shot against Sven, and that, abort that narrative. That is not what happened.
I mean, roll the clips. I just didn't understand even draft-wise what they were thinking with the Mundo pick, because to me, if you're going to go Nautilus plus MF, the only way you're winning this 2v2 is with ganks, right? Yeah. Nautilus has really powerful gank assist. You bring down your Nocturne, you bring down your Vi, you bring down your whatever, and you gank. You spam, try to attack them and kill them. Because in the isolated 2v2, it's going to be impossible, and this is just insult to injury. I mean, Sven lived with no health.
This is a draft diff? Is that what they're saying?
And from there, they were already down 20
Not a
or
fitting
30
jungler
CS
for our
plus
Nautilus?
a double kill. There's just nothing you can do.
Yeah, like Lee Sin, Trundle, Vi, literally anything in which you can play towards this lane. Because like if you're playing, I like Nautilus MF in terms of just fighting for prio. You are fighting for prio. It's going to be a strong 3v3. But if you pick up Mundo, I don't really see it happening there. And also, literally level 1. We didn't show up, but literally the moment the hook came through, Barry came through from Ash, and then like Nautilus gets chunked. It's like, okay, well, good luck the rest of the lane.
Even just like, not even just the Mundo, but like you're going Mundo Azir, so you have this like mid jungle who's just the most do nothing mid jungle, hoping to scale forever. So they can't even play towards bot side at all, and you're in an isolated losing 2v2. I just feel like their draft made absolutely no sense.
It's funny you say that about the mid jungle, because that is kind of where DSG were able to get some advantages, and it was from the Mundo going mid. We also have some plays of that, because I feel like the mid differential, APA, we joked about it, like the mid diff, he was getting caught a lot, and it was Call Me that was actually getting a lot of kills on the Azir.
Yeah, it was a wraparound gank that came through from Kryra that initially made this easier. APA thought he could maybe like trade into it and get a kill off of it. He just tried to fight through it, and I was like, okay, maybe not happening. So he made the initial mistake. He lost flash, which makes it easier for Call Me now to set up like the Azir sec plays later on. So even though the kill gets traded here, it's a really bad lane condition and now state for APA to play under.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to me, it's like I look at this and I'm like, was that more of a Mundo killed you or you killed yourself, right? Like, because APA could have easily just walked away. I don't even know that he had to flash in the first one if he just walked straight out, but he stood and he tried to go for this, kind of 1v2 outplay, and it didn't work out. And then Call Me was able to do really well in the isolated 1v1, but yeah, my problem was just kind of conceptually how is the 2v2 going to work? The isolated 2v2 seems so tough, and when they get that far behind, Call Me had some opportunities, but I didn't feel like he did well with those opportunities. Obviously, the rest of his team was all very far behind. Blabber was up like 1,500 gold. The bot lane combined was up like 3,000 plus gold. So it was always going to be really, really hard. But he had the missed Emperor's Divide on Sven.
Flashes
he had the like solo play he went on where he was kind of sitting in that side brush.
We never had the lead at one point.
So there was a few where it was like, maybe you could have done more, but it was always going to be an almost impossible game coming out.
I think like the argument for the bot lane pick, and I totally agree about the jungle like not helping out. Mundo's not going to really impact that bot lane, but Sajed was 7-0 on Misfortune. We were talking about that in his career games. Now a lot of that, of course, tier 2, but still like coming in. I was hopeful that Sajed would be better in the laning phase, and then I see Misfortune Nautilus. I start getting excited, thinking this is kind of a lane dominant pick. Like maybe they can do it.
But not against Ashe Seraphine.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. Ashe's stats here ridiculous. So unsurprisingly, player of the game, as you can see. Just taking a look at it.
It's actually kind of crazier that Blabbers has done. Blabbers did almost as much damage as the Ashe.
Yeah, it is. It is insane.
I'm looking at that Sajed and Vulcan damage. That Seraphine, going crazy there
Seraphine
too.
did as much damage as the MF. That is actually wild.
That is the exact same damage between the two.
Is that a unanimous vote?
No.
Who's the? Jad.
C9's been. Oh.
You know what? Fair. Vulcan also was there.
Yeah, he was.
And he was enchanting.
He was.
Ashe can't do that if Seraphine's not in lane.
He was doing his best.
But you know what the real discussion is? Who is the better Scion? Because I don't know if you saw the APA interview. APA was talking about, I'm always mad when we give Thanatos the Scion because it's just a wasted game. It's a free win that I could have had.
Yeah.
And then C9 released their comms video where Thanatos was glazing his Scion movement and APA was hyping himself up. But the Thanatos Scion was looking pretty good.
It was looking pretty good. I think you have to give it to Thanatos. I will say, Vulcan ended up winning the fan vote.
He did.
It's
also way too many APA votes. I'm just going to call it out right there. I feel like he was protesting on the Cassiopeia because he wanted the Scion.
They've ruined their credibility by giving APA votes.
Take it out of my sight. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see the fan vote after what they did in terms of 16.7%.
That's crazy. That's actually kind of crazy right there. But, not to Vulcan.
We're not mad.
We're
just disappointed.
Just a little disappointed. Sven for us, Vulcan for the fans. But either way, as we head to break, let's take a look at our comms replay connected by AT&T and voted on by you and Chad.
Fighting bot. Okay, could be 2v2. I can't come. He has heal, but I want to go be smart. Yeah. I'll flash it. Don't think Muno's there. No flash. It's passing 2 zone. Look at MF too. We can get his guns. Nice.
Top boost though, TP.
Okay. I'll kill him, I think. Nice.
Oh my god.
Good shit.
Nice.
What are we gonna do about Crab? I guess we're giving it now.
I'm basing it on the wave.
Edition on the Rift here today. Emily, is the Telluride just the obvious pick?
Well, Flowers, we're looking at a turbo hybrid powertrain. That's already a problem for the rest of the Rift.
And a 30-inch panoramic display too? That is unfair control.
Guys, all-wheel drive with terrain mode? No shot anyone's catching this.
Yeah, this seems completely OP.
No debate. This first pick, we have to lock it in. Now!
The Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid. Pick it before your opponents do.
Do you guys work out your legs? A lot of times I just do upper body. I know you can't tell because I don't go very hard, but I feel like I'm supposed to work out my legs. Legs are the biggest muscles in your body. So if you have big legs, technically you would eat more calories just by existing.
Get fed.
But people can't see the legs. Well, they can see the legs once your legs reach like really big proportion, in which case it becomes sexy. So I think the reason why people don't work out their legs is because it takes a much longer investment. To get to a point where someone looks at your legs and say, wow, nice legs, it's gotta be like, it's like tree trunk size, and then it's like, damn. But if you have like above average legs, people don't really notice. Nothing beats squats. I tried doing squats, but it feels like my back is like everything hurts. Can you guys look at my squat form to tell me if I'm doing it right? So I don't understand deadlifts. Are you supposed to bend? Because it doesn't feel like I'm working on my legs. It feels like I'm working on my back. Sorry, that's a deadlift. Because if I'm like in this position, my legs are bent slightly, but it feels like when I go up, it's back. It doesn't feel like leg. Move your ass closer to the ground. You guys aren't trying to get me to stick my ass out, right?
Back, everybody. After the games here today, make sure to check out the C9 Kia Champions Arena, where C9 and Sentinels will team up in an ARAM Mayhem show match. You can watch those games on the Cloud9 Twitch or YouTube channel.
Or squat? Deadlift. Squat, I feel like is straightforward.
I have also been told that our very own Emily Rand and Raz are going to be casting that together. Are you going to do some play-by-play, Emily?
No, Raz is going to be doing the play-by-play.
You should just interrupt me that in the middle.
Last time like, it was like neither of us were doing play-by-play. We were just kind of like yelling out stuff, which is perfect for ARAM Mayhem because a bunch of random stuff happens all the time too, right? So check it out. It's going to be a fun time. Now into draft.
I mean, kind of just yelling out stuff is what
ARAM
casting
Mayhem.
is.
I mean, that's my job.
Yeah.
My job's to just yell stuff out. That's the name of the game.
I just think with the augments, it makes it like particularly chaotic, right? Like, did you guys see the one where the Nautilus got like so much health off of the augment that gives you like both health and largeness?
Tank
he was,
Engine
like,
Goliath,
clipping
steal your heart.
through. Yeah, he was like clipping through the actual game.
I feel like every clip I've ever seen of ARAM Mayhem is just somebody bigger than the map. Like
Yeah,
walking
exactly.
And
it's,
Nivea?
like, usually a Nautilus.
Yo, we're busting out the support Nivea again?
Yeah.
Right. It's just funny. All right, let's go ahead and get into our draft. And Emily, you already mentioned it. We are underway here in game number 2.
Just lock in
Yeah.
first pick, flex pick Anivia.
Yep.
Yep.
C9 is going to go ahead and ban out the Karma, the Ori, and the Pantheon, Disguised, getting rid of APA Ziggs alongside the Jarvan and the Varus power picks.
Wow, we respect the
First
APA
pick, flex
Ziggs.
pick Anivia, like you said, Jat. The bird can go a couple of different places these
That's
days.
like the one
as
champion
C9
he's good on,
responds.
right?
Last game, remember, Disguise first
Sorry,
picked
he's known
Disguise
for.
first picked a bird, and then C9 responded with a power bot lane.
True.
And now this game, Disguise first picks a bird, and what do we get? Corki Nami from C9.
But now
Enchanter.
the bird is probably going into the bot lane. So I'm going to say I do think I'm going to make the assumption potentially going into bot. I think they should leave it up as a flex, especially since Ryze is still available. You might want to play the Anivia into that. But we did see Lions play this previously, and I actually thought that they were going to get kind of turbo stomped by that FlyQuest bot lane. They didn't. They actually played that pretty well. Despite the fact that they did end up losing the game. So looking for a little bit more bot lane power on top of this Nocturne pick locked in for Kryra.
Yeah, remember that Nocturne was one of the champions banned in the second half of the draft in the previous game because C9 had their jungler in the first half. Disguise did not. This time around, since you're keeping that Anivia a flex between mid and support, you don't want to go ahead and pick your mid laner early along with it. So Disguise will get their jungler before that second part of the bans comes in, and C9 are going to go ahead. They'll say, fine, we'll switch it up from last time. We'll pick our mid laner. The jungle will remain open. It's Annie for APA.
And Blabber has the option of going with some more utility picks. He's actually been pretty successful on things like Malphite or Sejuani, so it's really hard to ban him out in this instance with them having the Annie locked in, which is also a flex pick. Annie's been getting more play.
We gotta face the reality, chat.
Yeah.
The only teams who can slap around is Dignitas and Shopify Rebellion.
Depending on how the rest of the draft plays out.
Keep an eye on it. I always like those kind of weird flex picks as they start to emerge to see who's going to be the first person to really
We might
start
be the
adapting
6th best
this,
team in the
seeing if they
league.
can make it work in stage games versus just in ladder games. But that rise
And
that we
Sentinels on a
mentioned,
good
that's
day.
banned away. So the Wukong going to be banned out now by Disguised as well.
Yeah, and I like that takeaway from Disguised. Obviously,
Here's my
Wukong
power
and Annie
rankings.
fit together like insanely well in a variety of team compositions.
TL,
really great CC chain and follow up,
Lion,
especially in tandem with that Cortez
Cloud9,
so good
FlyQuest,
DSG to take
Sen and
that off the
DSG
board.
neck to neck for 5th and 6th.
And also good to take the Rise off the board because I
Shopify
think Rise, especially
and
in
Dig.
tandem with
Even though
Nocturne,
Dig
just
is,
gives you so much
even though
side
Shopify
lane control. So
was
just
at the bottom,
yoinking
I actually
that and
still
being like,
rate
you
them
know
higher
what,
than
we're not
Dig.
going to pick it. We're going to take it away from you, and then taking away the Rumble from
And I think
Castle,
the
who
biggest
I think
problem
has been,
with
like,
us is it
a
feels like
bright
we've
spot,
gotten
right? Like, we talked
worse.
about all of the plays that they were
Like,
trying
we've
to
been
make mid while
regressing.
C9 was kind of stomping on the bot side of the map. I thought Castle did well in his matchup. He had a few good flanks. He had some less successful flanks, we'll just say, Jet. So, taking that kind of power pick away from him, I think is
Nocturne,
really
that's
good.
so scary.
I like the cute Vayne ban hover before actually banning the Gnar. They're thinking about the Gnar Vayne matchup in the top lane because if
I
you're
need the
C9
vibes
right
to be
now,
up.
You kill the Annie's flexibility by blind picking Gnar, so but it's also one of the best blind picks for Thanatos to do, so I understand why they would ban it away. And if they end up actually locking in this Ambessa, they'll still be able to hold their flexibility, which keeps their options open in this draft because DSG is still not committed either, and it'll be fully committed, generally speaking, after these next two picks.
Yeah, I do like the Ambessa here. The only thing that I don't like here is picking something that is very obviously a top laner and a top laner only, because I feel like you're losing your advantage of red side 5th pick by doing so. You want to make sure that they have to be the ones blinding the top laner. Disguised, I mean, Renekton is kind of the evergreen, just pick it into anything top lane pick, right? So not surprised at all to see that one locked in there for Castle. And now for Disguised. Last time around, they cycled through a bunch of potentially interesting stuff. I've been casting League of Legends. This is my 10th
It's the
year
Nivea support on mid.
professional
Keeping
League
it
of
flex.
Legends. I know better than to get bamboozled by this now. I'm not just going to believe whatever they hover. Okay, Akali locked in, which means that Anivia is 100% confirmed going into that support role.
Oh, I wonder if Kami's just picking Akali because he's good on it, and he's just like, man, just give me my comfort champ, who cares?
Pretty happy with the matchup they're going to have into the Annie, and now we're going to see where C9 goes, whether or not they're flexing. And they
I hope not.
We are going to see.
I hope Akali's a good
lower
Annie
band
account.
that DSG consider between Gnar Vayne, and we get to see
Vayne
into Renekton with the Ambessa flexing down into jungle after the Renekton was locked in to hopefully counter it. They're trying to be sneaky.
Yeah, I love this. I think Thanatos continues to be one of
Thanatos
the
on the Vayne.
Top laner.
Guys,
in
why am I
LCS,
scared?
Right, like having a pick like this where he should be able to lane really well into this Renekton. It does take away a key component of C9's team composition, which is having a front line, which is always kind of the danger of these kind of top lane Vayne picks, but it's not like DSG have a super heavy-duty front line either outside of the Renekton,
So here's my big thing with Disguised. Whenever I see a matchup between two teams where one is ranked very highly, C9 in this case, and one is ranked much lower in the standings by practically everybody's view of the power rankings, right? The team that's ranked lower, I always want to see them have more definitive go buttons. I want to see them have more engage. I want to see them be able to make choices when, where, and how they want to. But for Disguised, I'm kind of struggling to see where that happens here because I don't really know what the big engage is.
yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be difficult, especially if they do not get this bot lane going early, right? Like if that does not happen, if this Caitlyn and Anivia lane is not able to kind of take over the bot side of the map and they aren't able to make those side lane plays with the Nocturne, I think it gets
Lethal
super,
Tempo
super
Vayne.
difficult for DSG.
This Vayne
pretty quickly.
pick feels like a hey, we're
And
up
it is kinda
1-0,
sad
we
'cause I feel
destroyed
like
them. Let's just have
DSG,
fun.
When they first
Let's just
came
go a
in,
little crazy.
were the kind of like,
And I fear it may
trust
work.
me dead ass team, right? With like the Nasus top, with believing in their selves. But Clayton, we're going to revisit the blasting cycle.
Well, our question in game number 1 was, okay, Blabber blasted Griffin, Griffin blasted Kryra. Where does the blasting wand aim? Now here that we get to see Kryra versus Blabber. And unfortunately for the Disguise side in game number 1, the blasting wand was aimed right back at Kryra. That's actually a Seraphine Encore flying out of the blasting wand from the bottom lane that had control the entire time. Blabber just helped them extend their lead even further, and the rest was history.
Through the Xin.
What do you do? What do you do when you play against range
the most
top?
damage in the game, along with Sven. They were both around like 26,000. But Enchanter plus Xin can also be.
Would you guys
insane.
consider Vayne top
point, though, Emily,
as cringe?
I think the Nocturne Akali is hoping to just be dive buddy for
Is this
squishy,
cringe behavior?
As long as Calmy can get into a decent position in the game. So if they're set up first in an objective and the Akali doesn't have to show, Nocturne ults as soon as the Akali shows, and they can, in theory, kill anyone in the game. So the bot lane sets all that up in the first place, but that is the idea. It just doesn't have a good fallback pattern in terms of team composition.
Right, and that's where I worry, because again, when you have a team that's ranked more highly, when you have versus a team that's ranked lower, generally that higher ranked team is going to be more consistent. So I kind of worry about, okay, well,
can you see Akali in her shroud under tower, under enemy tower? So can you dive as an Akali and then just shroud to drop
aggro? We're looking
aggro?
at top lane right now because, as we see, the
okay.
Renekton is not having a fun time in this Vayne lane, and I think Castle has been kind of a bright spot on DSG, even when they've been struggling. He was kind of looking like one of the potential answers in the last game as well, in addition to Calmy. And he's been one of their more consistent performers. And it makes this matchup against C9 particularly difficult just because of how strong Thanatos is.
Completely agree. And a lot of this comes down to Kryra, and a lot of these moves that C9 is pulling off are kind of daring Kryra to stop you. So Thanatos takes top lane Vayne with TP, no cleanse. So in theory, if there's like a good gank timing, it's a flash W from the Renekton, and then Nocturne walks up and kills the Vayne. But if Thanatos ends up getting the wave too big or the health difference too big before Kryra's able to arrive on a Nocturne, who again is not a good
wait, Kryra's doing
the go really heavily into the side.
The spawn camp on. Oh no, I
So
thought he was gonna spawn
game
camp
number
the
1,
Raptors.
we did see around this level 4 point, Kryra coming mid, making that play onto APA.
Okay, my bot lane's not down in CS. That's big. That's big.
Over the first blood. This time around, though, it looks like Disguise. They don't want to try to make that move against the Annie. Calmy is down to about half HP. They have to remember that C9 was also positioning Blabber there in the first game, so they're not going to force anything. Kryra's just going to go ahead, take his recall. You can see Blabber has already done the same.
Yeah, small little jungle optimization. Kryra knows that Blabber's going to be going Raptors Krugs. Blabber did a Raptors first start, which gets his second set of small camps to be up a little bit faster, gives him this window to game.
Okay, Lions throws out the wall. APA sidesteps away from the Flash Frost. Calmy is down to 200 HP, so even though Lions shows up mid and provides this little bit of extra assistance, this extra pressure, Calmy doesn't have enough health to work with to follow it up and try to threaten summoner spells onto APA, so the C9 mid laner is still doing just fine.
A little harass.
Yeah, it does relieve a tiny bit of pressure, although now Blabber is kind of sniffing around mid lane.
Yeah, Blabber's not in a rush to finish his next 2 camps. He's been extremely efficient early on. Doesn't even have his wolf spawning yet, so he can really sit here without punishment just so APA can get this wave in, base, and then come back with full mana.
Yeah, and meanwhile, C9 and this quirky Nami have kind of taken over the push on the bot side of the map. At the same time, Lions roamed up, so that's not really coincidence, but...
And you can see as both of our top laners have now gone back and shopped. Castle has already had to go back twice, actually. You can see his teleport desynced from Thanatos's. But the difference is brown boots plus cloth armor versus full Berserker Greaves. Tier 2 boots versus Tier 1 boots. In these range versus melee matchups, the boots are so important, and Thanatos having the boots level advantage is pretty big.
It's just the move speed gap. Thanatos, every time he's on the C9 podcast and they ask about top lane matchup, he's always like, well, if I get boots first, then it's fine. And then I win. And that's what's happening right now. Both junglers as well not in a rush to finish their 5th camp. They're waiting for the extra jungle cookies
skirmish.
to potentially do a smite fight over the Scuttle Crab, which is going to be spawning topside. Also, since Blabber's on Gromp, they kind of really clearly know each other's jungle paths right now. Thanatos, with very reasonable level of certainty, can say that the Nocturne's bought on Grump, so that's why he's pushing up so aggressively.
Ooh, Call Me going very aggressive on the
Oh!
uses perfect execution to
Did he dodge the Annie out there?
Position. Also gets the ulti there out of APA, so Flash not used by either one. It is an HP advantage for Call Me as he continues to try to play aggressively here in Smoke Screen, but Blabber hits level 6. Public execution is ready.
And he wants to stop Drake because he knows Nocturne's not 6, and the only job he would have is to do Drake. And since DSG left the lane, it's obvious that he's there, so they're crossing.
Yeah, Vulcan down to 300 HP here. He does miss the Aqua Prison, but because Blabber is on the approach, because he has that
that was good
level
to
5 that you're
pull
talking
off.
about, Chat, it means that this
They
guy
would've
has
just
to
been
back
bad.
away. Now APA getting the better of Call Me here in the trade as both mid laners continue to fight for that pressure, fight for that control over
When you
mid.
get knocked to 6.
Call Me's forced back.
It's the crab gap right there.
I think
He
going
knew he
for
was level
Dragon,
6. He
if
knew there was no other job, and he's going for it.
Oh, immediately Blabber's ready to follow it up. The stun from APA sets it up for Blabber to make the flash public execution on the target that cannot be missed, and C9 collects first blood.
Really nice to see that coming out of APA and Blabber. Again, off of the recognition from Blabber, he's able to go down.
Like, we started Dragon knowing that
Mbessa's
Mbessa's going to be 6 and rotate.
Didn't see the window.
And then we
the first
delay out
time,
6.
got it down
Delay,
this time.
like, don't even
Now
get
they do
anything
have
off
to
the
worry, though,
Dragon.
about Kryra being level 6.
Lose
and
mid.
Blabber using his flash ult,
Not
so
6
he's
to
not
follow up.
really on the map. So it's definitely
Like, I don't
DSG's
know.
turn to do something, and Thanatos would be the one in danger.
Like,
which
that's
is why
just a
he's doing
poor
control
decision,
vision.
no?
All right, 1,500
'Cause
gold
if
lead.
you're not-
if I'm on Disguised, I'm a little bit
like-
worried at that. It's not exactly what you want to see 7 minutes into the game, but it's the opposite story.
We're
of what
down
we saw in
1.2K
game number 1.
gold
Game
off a
number
single
1,
kill is
C9's lead was
insane.
entirely built through the bottom lane duo. Here in game number 2, it's all that top side of the map that favors C9, while it's actually disguised with. It feels practically disingenuous to call it a lead because it's just a minion bounces difference in the bottom lane. But still, compared to game number 1 where you're down 30
Okay,
CS,
yeah. Our bot lane is
11
surprisingly
and a
the
half,
ones doing
is
better this time.
significantly better.
The absence of the deficit makes it feel like a lead.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
Exactly. Compared to the first game, it is a lead by a lot. Yeah, it's a little contrarian, but I like it.
Ooh,
As
nice
Disguised
little
will at
shot
least
back
continue
there.
trying to maintain some control over this bottom side. We still don't have the first Drake taken. Remember that in game number 1, it was about 8 minutes in that first Drake ended up getting felled as Castle's going to pop the Dominus. Does get Ruthless Predator there onto Thanatos. A little bit of extra range that lends.
Big damage.
Means that Thanatos is under
Big
pressure.
damage from Big
Thanatos,
Papa.
he stays calm.
Yeah.
He doesn't pop Final Hour. He doesn't pop Flash. He's just going to take the recall here.
Yeah, he really didn't want to have to use his ultimate there. Blabber's going to end up covering for him.
Oh, nice ward. Big ward,
He's
actually.
going to give up Drake almost for sure.
Yeah, Kryra's down there at the Drake. He should be able to secure that one for free. Blabber's just going to make sure Thanatos can clear the wave, get the reset that he wants. Blabber just playing around his vein, recognizing that if he
Okay,
takes this
Castle
fight,
pulling
it's
some
gonna be worth
pressure.
more than
We
one
get
Drake
Drake for
in
this,
the
not bad.
grand scheme of things.
Yeah, Cannon Wave. That top laner's very appreciative of this. You never know if it's actually worth it. The top laners will say, yes, absolutely worth it. But it's worth it if Blabber
Ooh,
doesn't
Castle's
die
even
on
gonna try and
Grubby's
get
here,
Blabber
since
off the-
now Castle's able to move.
Damn,
I
Castle.
think it also helps out because
Go
it gave
behavior.
Thanatos enough HP to no longer be under the threat of getting one comboed from Castle's Renekton if they tried to dive him. So then he can safely farm up the next wave. And now he can finally take his recall here. Thanatos will be just fine. Blabber gets consolation.
We
Grubs,
gotta be
Disguised
using
gets
these
the first
Nocturne
Drake of the
ults soon,
game.
no?
We'll see if they can set up a follow-up play, but it might just be a chicken steal instead. Nocturne.
Yeah, get
like
the
most
grab the
junglers, pretty adept at
chickens.
Stealing chickens, since all you need is some basic AoE, and you're going straight to the Colonel.
I thought you were gonna make a joke, not actually talk about how easy it is to clear. I guess the
I mean,
Colonel.
instead you're
the
going
Colonel
straight to the
joke.
Colonel. Yeah, you're going to Colonel Standards, 11 herbs and spices. It's very important for your chicken clearing. It is. Okay, but
Kryra's French Canadian. How do we work this in?
what do French Canadians? How do they eat chicken with poutine?
No. I mean, you can put a lot of stuff on poutine, I guess.
That could work. All right, chicken poutine for sure. Well, we have
Chicken
the Spear of Shojin
poutine.
completed there. MasterCard Power Spike for Blabber completed. Makes Ambessa just that much more obnoxious with all the dashing, the constant spamming of the spells. So definitely not a champion.
Okay, Blabber has a
that,
whole
I
ass
think Idiot
item
Frontline
with
wants to deal with
Shojin.
here
Let's
on the
not
DSG
fight him
side
until we
right
get
now.
our whole
Still
ass
advantages
item.
for C9 all across that top half of the map.
But neither team really has made a move to advance the game yet. It's
Did
been
anyone hate it
mostly
when you add
trading
meat to
back and
poutine?
forth
Yeah,
with the
no,
one pick
don't
off
add
in the
meat
mid
to
lane.
poutine.
Here,
That's gross.
Blabber got his chicken stolen, so that
Cheese,
gives him a window to
gravy,
go steal blue buff, but at the same time, no one's actually
jalapeno,
contested the invade yet,
maybe,
and Kryra's yet to use that first Nocturne
onion.
C9 playing very conservatively.
I think that's
with
fine.
All 5 flashes up once Blabber's comes off a cooldown, but also
Chili dog
when flashes
sauce,
up is the
sure.
important thing to note. So it's
The
really difficult
chicken?
for Kryra to find an alt angle.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I've been looking out for as well. Like Kryra trying to find these windows to use his first Nocturne out. Obviously didn't need to use it at uncontested Drake, which usually Drake fights is where we're looking at. But as he comes down
Lions,
on this
what's
bot
going on?
side, and we have a little bit
We both just got chunked for 200 for no upside.
Trapping, he could potentially look for something here, especially since they do have some deep vision.
And I feel like that's kind of the tug of war of ideas you have to have when you play a champion like this, is you want to use your ultimate because it is so effective and it is the point of power. It's why you pick this champion. But at the same time, there's that pressure of the cooldown is so long
they know this is a bait.
If you pick the wrong moment, it's just, you feel like you lost so much of your playmaking.
Yeah, but also their CC setup.
Kryra, you don't have a full item.
No Nocturne, Orianna combo.
Okay, thank God, thank God.
They have no way, aside from Renekton, of setting up any CC, and he doesn't want to spend that much time top lane.
I mean, missing that stun doesn't matter.
Well, as we're waiting on Nocturne to find that moment for the perfect first ultimate, remember that spring finals are going to the Mullet Arena in Arizona, June 13 to 14. So
Nocturne used his full
Get your
item.
tickets now if you want to come out to a live event. They're always one of my favorite parts of the year. They're always a fun time. And we'll see which one of these teams, if either one of these teams, I'm expecting at least one of these teams will make it to the Mullet Arena.
3 teams will go.
Yeah.
C9 will make it.
Yeah,
I'm expecting C9 to make it. I think most people that follow the LCS are expecting C9 to make it there, expecting them to be one of those top competitors. Disguised, of course, would love to be able to rock that boat a little bit, but they certainly have a lot of work to do after the first game.
They've had moments of rocking the boat. Yeah. And then they just haven't been able to sustain that boat rocking.
Yeah, they never actually capsized.
We saw it. We spotted. We spotted.
Nice.
Right, thank you. Good sidestep.
Public execution down there. Had that one a little bit askew. So I don't know if you guys have heard this before. I think I remember learning this on
nice. Delay the back.
Just watching him play solo queue. Talking about Ambessa, with the way that the hitbox works, notice how you see most players try to take it at diagonal angles?
Yeah.
The line is slightly wider if it's diagonal. Because of the way it's actually lined up in little right angles, it gets slightly, very slightly wider at a diagonal angle versus doing it straight up and down or straight horizontally. So a lot of times, if you can, you want to angle it horizontally. Because
this is a pretty quiet game, which
like
I'm okay with.
Slightly clipped to the side.
Am I? No, actually I'm not. I feel like if we don't win the early game, it's sometimes
I'm not sure if that's how it
I don't know if we
works.
scale better.
We need to get Freak
Get into
on the
practice.
phone. Someone who knows like how the hitboxes are coded. Because if that's true, that's true for every ability. Well, it's just you'll notice it more on Ambessa all because it's so narrow.
And I think that's what it is.
It goes into like a perfect straight line, yeah.
Call Me might just die here to the solo bolo of APA. No, okay, he gets away from the Tibbers. Tibbers is on a crazy full send mission here. But yeah, I think Whippo, if somebody shows you this, Whippo, if somebody shows you this clip and this sounds familiar, please send me a message to confirm or deny this, because I thought for sure I remembered seeing this.
Oh no, I remember him saying this as well.
I want to test it now.
Yeah. But yeah, you're 100% right, Jet. Like if it works on one ability, it works on all of them. It's just that Ambessa's ability is like a centimeter wide normally, so it feels more relevant.
And technically, Blabber's Rift Herald last week did come in at the diagonal angle and still missed.
Yeah.
Which makes it even worse.
Because I still think it was aiming at the crust. I ran into Blabber backstage before this series, and I told him I was casting his game today, and he was like, hell yeah, this is going to be a good one. And I told him, just make sure you drive that Herald straight at the turret, brother. Straight at the turret. But now, we've got C9 in Disguised.
No stun. Careful, Sajet. Oh, Sajet's chunked. Okay, we got it, guy. Walk out. We'll take. Got the TP as well.
C9 spending that resource. They really want to try to find something here. Otherwise, it's just a swing and a miss. Aqua Prison forces the flash out of Sajet.
Forces the flash, it's fine.
Keeps him alive anyway. Meanwhile, Call Me looking for APA here. Kryra over the wall with a nice flash into the pit. Drags Kryra with him. APA trying to guarantee that Disguised at least has to lose a man.
Wait, we lost our Caitlyn? How?
As Call Me falls. Blabber diving into the middle of everyone. Here with the Ambessa, but he's locked up, stunned up. Aqua Prism ain't going to do it, but it won't matter. Sven gets the kill on Kryra.
Why did we trade 4 for 1? Why did we trade 4 for 1?
TP. C9 finds a big fight.
This is how the game breaks open. 30 seconds after the Drake falls, the massive fight breaks out. I mean, all credit actually for starting this fight does go towards APA. Like the flash that he had afterwards is huge. So essentially what happens here is Sajet potentially dead to rights if Thanatos goes all. Actually, no, he was out.
We went back in the bush.
He decides to go back into a vein.
We went back in the bush.
The bottom of the screen more so shows APA flashing back to his team. That also gets whatever laning advantage that Castle would have he sacrifices to try and make this play, but it's not successful since the mid laners trade, and then Blabber is just resetting his cooldowns and going so fast with his Spear of Sojin that he cleans up the extended fight.
Whenever you're up against Nocturne or Vi, any one of these types of champions that has to go with you once they click the button on the ulti, I always love to see players take advantage of that, flash backward, even against Maokai with his W on Twisted Advance. Just anything you can do to drag that champion further than they wanted to extend, making the engage. It's always a big brain play that I enjoy seeing from our players. As C9 now command a 3,500 gold lead. That last fight resolved just in time. APA just being himself. Yapping it up in the alt chat. Nice, guys. Nice, real nice.
Where are the muted stats at? We were having those before the game.
Yeah, we need to bring those
potentially
back.
after mid gap, his mutes would have gone up by 1 in my book.
Oof. That takes a ton of damage on that one. But no, what I was saying before, APA was yapping. Hold on now. We got the engage from Cry right here in the mid lane. Flash out from Sven, keeping himself alive. Castle versus Blabber up here in the top side of the river. Ace in the hole. That looks more like an auto attack than an ulti, but that's fine.
Yeah, and they are going to split tier 1 turrets on either side, but the big difference is C9 still have this Rift Herald, which is going to be crashed into this tier 2 turret. And DSG are not going to be able to do anything about that.
Yeah,
but that tier 1 turret does go down to the Akali.
They won the turret race by like a second. And that's while that Nocturne was trying to ult in the mid lane, knowing there was a guaranteed numbers advantage because it was just Akali on the bot lane and it was Vayne Annie up on the top side. But this is part of what not burning flashes does to kill a Nocturne's momentum. Even though he landed an ultimate, Sven just kind of flashed backwards and no one is able to follow since this is kind of way too low of a CC team comp to work with a Nocturne who wants to find fights.
And this is what I was saying was my concern back at the very start of the game where are your go buttons? Yes, Nocturne can fly in, but when they just do that.
Oh my god, bro.
Now DSG invading again.
Can we hit one of these idiots?
Perfect execution, R2 from Calmy onto Blabber, but no, over the wall, it's Blabber! He's doing just fine. He will outplay the enemy mid laner. Blabber's in best of 3-0-2, teaching Calmy the error of his ways.
The blasting cone is still on the side of Blabber, even though he's blasting players who aren't Kryra, so it's a little modification.
We have to adjust the blasting one.
Another big misplay by DSG in this series is only Sajed, according to our producers, only Sajed has APA muted. So they're all just open.
So they're all just tanking the
lines
APA
of communication.
aggro.
Just psychic damage at all points of the game for 0. Okay, well, Sajed's got that going for him, but honestly, I talked earlier on in the game about how the bottom lane was holding more evenly in this second one. Now, ever since that big bottom side fight, everybody on DSG's behind.
Yeah, this game has exploded open for C9, as has the map, right? They just got that entire outer ring of turrets all down. They can now push their vision line up. It makes it a lot safer for someone like Thanatos to just be kind of in a side lane, in addition to the fact that he is up 1.5k over his lane opponent and in a really good position already with his Hexplate complete.
Yeah, that Hexplate makes Vayne very, very scary. And also, because you have the extra health on it, it just makes it that much harder for Renekton to try to burst her down before she just kites you. I mean, Vayne kills anybody in 9 auto attacks, and she kills a lot of champions in 6.
I know, it's actually a real pick now, which is kind of strange. I just think it's legitimate with this Hexplate build. You're ranged enough to get away with it, and then your team fights are enhanced because of the ultimate. So, big. I mean, to close this game out, though, C9 does have to be able to secure these objectives, and this is the danger when you try and walk in because you're open to a flank. You have a big gold lead, though.
All right, C9 with a 5,000 lead. Calmy approaching on the flank. Kryra dives into the middle of everybody. The bird
big
is
assassination,
down.
actually.
Killed, but he's traded for Castle.
Yo, can we kill this Vayne? Can we kill this Vayne?
Thanatos arrives with a teleport of his own. But
no, Lions, no!
Now Lions knocked back into the egg. The CC on a Calmy. He can't get what he needs from the dive. And the omelet served sunny side up. A double kill for APA. He's cooking them.
I don't get this team. We get a trade, and then we decide, okay, why don't we just die now?
Yeah, and you see the window, right? Like Castle pops Dominus, Kryra goes in, but C9 are able to kind of kite back really well. And you
we chase the Vayne off, sure.
TP from Thanatos, and then here's just where Blabber absolutely takes over the fight. You talked about how he wasn't blasting Kryra specifically. He's kind of blasting all of Disguised.
Yes, they have a big goal lead, so take what I say with a grain of salt now. But there's an old rule that I used to have with Nocturne that I feel like was violated with this draft. I think this is part of why it felt weird to me.
Okay.
When things go dark, team want group.
Yes.
Okay.
With Nocturne, pick AoE.
Yep.
But what happens if no AoE is team group and you lose?
Yeah.
So
Protect
in
the
that
president.
fight,
Yeah.
sure, they got the one, but all of their single target damage was gone, and then they're going to lose the fight every time.
Yeah, and we talked about this from draft, and by contrast, I feel like Blabber can act as follow-up CC, but also has a lot of CC coming out from his team that he can follow up with the Nami bubble and the Annie stun.
Well, C9 have started up this Baron, but they drop it down to about 1/3, and then they let it go. They let it reset. They want to switch over to focus on a potential fight instead. Disguised has brought everybody to the neighborhood here for this potential 5v5. They did arm 3 cupcake traps on that mid lane ramp into the top side river to try to cut off one of those escape angles. Thanatos gets jumped on by Call Me. The Bane's going to be your target here at the very start. Everybody on C9 swooping in to protect their top laner. Enemy jungler down.
God.
Call Me at least finishes the job, but again,
Sometimes let's
this
just
is
take the trade,
cost.
boys.
Yes,
How about that?
Disguise can full send and kill one man, and one man is all they will
I'm
ever
watching
get,
our
and it
Nivea
costs
send
them
out
at
10
least
stuns
half
and never
the
hitting
team
a single
every
one.
single time.
Oh, so never mind,
Lions and
Nocturne, that
Sajed
was
still
a trade.
alive. Everybody else is dead. That includes the jungler. C9 back on the Baron.
Yep, they'll be able to get Baron off of this, and that's exactly what we're talking about with follow-up CC. Sven?
I think Sven's chilling.
He's got an obsession with taking mid waves.
Yeah.
Like he really wants to ego on these mid waves.
Yeah,
Where did it come last
and
week?
you can see, again, where Call Me was like, okay, I can get onto Thanatos.
Yeah.
I have the Nocturne in my back pocket. We can do this. But the rest of C9 is actually already moving up here to group. The Nami wave comes out. And again, even though Call Me is able to shut down Thanatos, it's very at what cost with the rest of C9 being able to control the fight.
Yeah, I really like what Thanatos did with his stealth timing there. It made it difficult for them to kill him. Lions needed to place that wall better as well, because I think they could have killed him a little bit faster. That's not going to change the 7,000 gold lead and the overall result of that fight. Thanatos did end up dropping anyway, and now we'll see what C9 can get done with this Baron.
Yeah, and unfortunately for DSG, they're not even on Soul Point because C9 got that one dragon. It's not like Disguise can try to do some big Hail Mary play at the next dragon spawn to secure themselves an Ocean Soul and maybe claw back a little bit that way. So, unfortunately for DSG, it's starting to seem like the end of the show here in Game 2.
And I'd also say this is the best series that Cloud9 has played so far in spring to this point. So they had a big lead in their Sentinels game 2 as well, and then we shockingly went to a game 3. So it's not over till it's over, but they have looked very dominant in game 1 aside from APA's 6 deaths, and that was all part of the plan. He got to say mid-gap afterwards, and clearly the mental damage was what's leading to this lead. But overall, they're just playing more coordinated, and they're team fighting really cleanly.
Yeah, I think that is the big thing to me, right?
Yeah.
Is like C9 being able to kind of see both the beginning and the end of a team fight, even when they're getting jumped on by this Nocturne combo. And like we already identified, part of that is a lack of follow-up CC from DSG.
All right, C9. They're trying to break into the base here in the top lane tier 3 turret. Sven's the target anytime DSG looks at anything, but when he's got Vulcan right behind him, APA and Blabber ready to immediately burst anyone that dives under the Corki, it feels like an impossible assignment for the Disguised side, as you do have Castle in bottom lane trying to at least grab an objective bounty on the tier 2 turret, but that's not really going to matter a whole lot over here in mid. However, Thanatos does get picked. It's Sajed and Kryra making a 2v1 angle there onto the enemy top laner, but at the entire cost
now we just got to fight a 5v4.
All right, C9 with a 4-man push versus 2 defenders from Disguised, but now DSG's bringing everybody in. 5v4 play.
Okay,
This could be their
5v4.
full send. C9 trying to see how they
5v4.
want to position here for this fight, but Blabber has already missed the ultimate. C9 getting back, looking to focus on to Call Me here in the back line.
All right, 4v4.
Takes him out with the tidal wave through the smoke as Castle slices forward, but he dices right into his own demise. 5v4 ain't gonna matter. C9 will slam the team fight anyway.
Hey, chat. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. This was something. This was something. Yeah. I mean, I got nothing to say. Cloud9 is really good, to be fair, but some of these games are just something is horribly wrong. Like, we can beat Dignitas. But we gotta be, these games gotta look at least somewhat possible. This was just bad from the start. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'm off for now. Appreciate the support. Go to the hospital for my nightly hospital trip. Get some rest, and hopefully be back tomorrow with a little more Pokemon. All right, peace, guys.